The next time you pay a visit to your local art museum, I would advise you to pay closer attention to the exhibits and brace yourself, for it is no laughing matter when one discovers that the Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile has turned into an oversized, toothy grin. This is the dimension of artificiality, in an area which we call the Lofti Lair. The Clown Gallery by ChatGPT. In a quaint little town nestled deep in the heart of Europe, there was an art history museum known for its unconventional and sometimes bizarre exhibitions. One chilly evening, as the rain tapped lightly on the museum's window, David decided to pay it a visit, hoping to spend his evening in the warm embrace of art. As he wandered through the dimly lit corridors, he came across a peculiar painting in the museum's World War II section. It depicted a surreal scene, a horde of circus clowns storming the beaches of Normandy. At first, David chuckled, thinking it was a whimsical and comedic interpretation of a historically grim event. He continued through the museum, intrigued by the eccentricity of the first painting. His curiosity led him to the next room, where another bewildering artwork awaited. This time, the canvas depicted circus clowns landing on the moon, their colorful spacesuits contrasting with the barren lunar landscape. David couldn't help but shake his head in amusement, believing this museum had a penchant for absurdity. Eager to see more, he ventured into the next room, only to be confronted by a painting that sent a chill down his spine. It portrayed circus clowns energetically tearing down the Berlin Wall, their laughter and exaggerated movements contrasting starkly with the historic significance of the event. David's laughter turned to dread as he realized something was terribly wrong. He hurriedly walked back through the museum's winding corridors, only to find that every painting told a similar unsettling story. Circus clowns had replaced historical figures in pivotal moments throughout time. His heart pounding, David reached the museum's entrance, but the massive doors slammed shut, trapping him inside. Panic overtook him as he turned to see a crowd of clown-faced patrons, their painted-on grins growing wider by the second. The clown patrons began to advance towards him, their laughter becoming an unsettling cacophony. David's breaths grew shallow, and his pulse raced as he tried to understand the horrifying reality he had stumbled into. As they encircled him, their painted faces twisting into grotesque expressions, David realized the horrifying truth. He had entered an alternate timeline where everyone was a clown, and he was the only human. Desperate to escape, David attempted to flee, but his body refused to obey. He looked down and saw that his own hands and limbs were transforming into white-gloved, oversized clown appendages. He had become trapped in a painting himself. The clown patrons stared at him with manic glee, pointing and laughing at the trapped human in their midst. David, once a visitor, had now become a permanent exhibit in this nightmarish museum. As days turned to weeks, clowns from all over the world flocked to the museum to gaze and laugh at the human trapped in the painting. David's pleas for release fell on deaf ears as he was forced to endure an eternity of clownish mockery, forever imprisoned in a surreal and horrifying work of art. So you fancy yourself a historian, do you? A knowledgeable scholar of bygone eras. Well, pardon me if I chuckle at your clownish delusion. Enjoy the circus in the lofty lair.